Hello, all, welcome to Autoboard YouTube channel. So today we are going to see what is Uipath app and how to create a Uipath app and to integrate that with a process. Okay, so and before creating the app, let us understand what is a Uipath app. So app is a low-code web-based service that enable you to build and deploy automation-powered enterprise business application. Okay, so let me tell you one sample scenario. Okay, if I need to automate the calculator, like if I need to do an addition of the calculator, and once it is done I need to return back the result of that calculation. Okay, so here if I need to do a calculation I need two numbers, right? So suppose if I'm going to add 2 and 6 means I need to enter, or I need to click on the first number 2, then I need to click on plus, then I need to click on 6, then I need to click on equal to symbol, and it will give you the result, right? And that result you need to return back and you need to present it in the form. Okay, so how you can do that? So here 2 and 6, that is one dynamic value, like that user can input based on his requirement. Okay, so here comes the usage of application. Okay, so here UiPath is providing a low code web based service. So using that service you can create your own application. Okay, so it totally based on your requirement, you can create your own application without any requirement of coding. Okay, so UiPath is providing the low code functionalities, so you can directly drag and drop the particular functionalities for creating the app, and you can integrate that application with the RPA process to trigger the RPA process. Okay, so here in this particular video also we are going to create a particular application, and we can see how you can automate this calculator scenario. Okay, so before going to create the application, so let us create a sample UiPath workflow. For that I'm going to create a new project. Let me name it like okay, app demo. Okay, UiPath app demo. Okay, I'm going to click on create. Okay, so our project has opened. So what is the next requirement? We need to create the flow for doing the addition in the calculator, right? So let me use the recorder for recording the actions. Okay, indicate an element to auto detect the action, right? So I'm going to click on 2, that is my first number. Okay, then I need to click on plus symbol, then I need to click on the second number. Alright, then I need to click on equal to symbol, then I need to return back this value, right? So if you hover over there you can see a button at the bottom, so just hover over there, and here you need to use getTest. Okay, so just pause the recording, save it. Okay, so this way we have created the flow. So what is the first action? It is clicking on the first number, then it is clicking on plus symbol, then it is clicking on the second number, then it is clicking on equal to symbol, and it is retrieving the result, right? So here we need to get this value to a variable. Okay, so as we need to integrate this particular RPA process to an application, what we need to do, we need to get it as an argument, right? And we need to get two inputs from the application to this RPA process also. For that we need to create a two input argument. So I'm going to create the arguments. Okay, so I'm going to create the first argument. I'm going to name it like a first number. Okay, so the direction is in and argument type can be a string. And what should be the second in argument? That is second number. Okay, direction can be in and argument type can be a string. So what is the third argument? That is the output, right? So what is the direction for this? That should be out and the argument type can be a string. So here in this particular field we need to pass this output argument, right? Okay, so it will get this value and it will come to this particular output argument. Okay, so that error has gone, and again here you need to do one more thing. Like if you click on this button, you can see it is directly clicking on one number, right? What you have to do is you need to go to target and you need to go to selector. Okay, and if you go to selector, you can see here this 2 or the value of that particular button is hard coded, right, in this particular selector. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, in order to make it dynamic, I'm going to remove this particular attribute. Okay, I'm going to validate it. Yeah, that is working fine. And in order to make it as a dynamic selector, what we have to do, we need to replace this with the first number, right? The first argument we need to replace it over here. Okay, so I just selected value, click on right click, use variable. Here you need to choose the first number argument. So I'm going to choose it, override default value, confirm. Okay, just do a validation, click on OK. Okay, so once you did that, here you can see a pop-up is there. Activity is referring an element target property should be edited from object repository. Okay, so I'm going to click on this unlink. Okay, so the same thing you need to do it for the second number also. So let me go inside this, go to selector, remove the name. Okay, and here we have 9. Just replace that with the second number, override default value, confirm, just do a validation and click on OK. So in order to make this static self-rotate dynamic one, we already created a video on this particular topic, dynamic selectors. So you can go to the Uipath playlist and watch this particular video. Okay, just click on OK. So that part is done, right? So we have created our flow, we created the arguments and we pass these arguments inside our flow to make the calculation and to retrieve the value to the output argument. So just to save it, and you need to publish this workflow to the orchestrator, right? Just click on publish, and process field, click on publish. Okay, so now you can see our project has published to the orchestrator. Click on OK. So let me show you how this process is going to work by running in the studio itself. Click on run file. process started. Okay, so it is clicking on 2 plus 9 equal to, and it will get retrieved to the output argument. Okay, so here you can see we haven't supplied any value to the first number and second number, and because of that by default it took 2 and 9. Okay, and we publish this to orchestrator. So just go to orchestrator. Okay, so we publish the package from our studio to orchestrator. So we need to go to tenant. Okay, inside the package, here you can see Uipath app demo got published to the orchestrator, right? Some 4 minutes ago. So what we have to do? We need to create a process for this particular package, right? For that, I'm going to demo environment, go to automation, go to process. So we have already did a video on this process, jobs, triggers and all. So just go to Uipath playlist and watch this video for getting more idea on process, jobs and triggers. Okay, add process. Okay, here it will ask for the package name. So which one I need to do? Autobot demo, right? Okay, that is UiPath app demo. Okay, that is our package. We go that one. Okay, main.xml. Okay, click on next. Okay, so what is the display name for the particular process? I'm going to name it like a UiPath app demo. Okay, click on create. Okay, so now you can see a process got created, that is a UiPath app demo. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to create the application, and we need to integrate this process to the particular application, right? For that we have to go to this apps button. Okay, so just go to apps. So what are points that we have covered now? We created the process, we published that to orchestrator, and we created a process for the package, right? So what is the next step? We need to create a application. Okay, so for that I'm going to apps, I'm going to click on build a new app. Just name the app. So I'm going to name it like Autobot calculator app. Okay, click on create. Okay, so this will be the name of our application. Okay, so once you click on that, here you can see a design page got came, and here we have a main page. So this is the main page. So add new control is nothing but if you click on add new control, you can see different kinds of recipes are available, recipes, or you can call it as a function. So these inbuilt low code functions are available, which you can drag and drop to your page, and you can create your own application. Okay, like button, checkbox, drop down, date picker. So as per your need, you can drag and drop this activity for creating your own application. So you don't need to write any code for creating all these buttons and all. You can directly use the pre-built features, and you can create your own application. Okay, so for doing this, there is no scripting requirement is there. So what I'm going to do is go to display. I'm going to add a header. Okay, so what should be the header? I'm going to name it like Autobot calculate calculator app. Okay, and you can give the style also to the particular heading. So I'm going to change the heading. Okay, so where I need to align it, I need to central align that. Okay, so that is done. And if you want to change the background of this app, you just need to click on this page and you need to go to this background color. Okay, so I'm going to give this color. Okay, so I'm going to give this as a background color for the application. And if you need to give some border and all, you can choose the borders. So here I'm not going to do anything. So what is our next requirement? We need to input two numbers in the particular application and we need to submit that number to the RP process, right? For that we have to add two text boxes for inputting the numbers and we need to create a button for triggering that number to the RP process, right? So go to add new control. I'm going to add a label. So whenever you drag and hover over here, you can see a blue line is there. Okay, so that is the indicator which is showing at that place your function will get placed. Okay, so I'm just place it over here. I need to add a new control. I'm going to add a text box over here. Okay, so this is for the first number. I need to add a new control. I need to add a label for the second number. Then I need to add a text box for the second number. Then I need to add a button to trigger these numbers to our workflow. Okay, so I'm going to change this name, label, enter the first number. So this one, enter the second number. Okay, so what should be the input for this particular text box? So if you click on this, here you can see a value binding tab is there. Okay, so just click on that. Okay, so if you click on that, you cannot see any process in your application, right? Because you haven't added the process to the application. Okay, that's why it is throwing like that. So what's the next step? We need to integrate this app to the process, right? As we have two arguments, that is first name and second name, we created as an in argument, right? So we need to pass this value which you are entering here to those arguments, right? So you need to uh, integrate this application to that process. For that, what you have to do is you need to click on this plus symbol. Okay, click on process, click on next. Okay, so we have added the process inside demo environment, right? So just click on that and we need to choose the process that we created, that is Uipath app demo. Okay, so once you click on that, you can see these are the input argument, right? So first number, second argument is the input argument and output is the output argument. Click on select. Okay, so that's it. We have added the process to the application. Okay, now what you can do is go to main page, go to this particular text box. Now click on this value binding. Now you can see the process got added, right? And if you haven't added the process to this application, even from here also you can add. Okay, so just click on this button and add the process to the particular application. So as we have added this process already to the application, we can see this process over here. So just expand this. So I need to bind this first number to this particular field, right? So just drag and drop the variable argument over here. Okay, then go to the second text box, click over here. What is the argument that I need to bind here? That is second number, right? So just bind it there. So that part is done. Then what we have to do, once you enter this value, you need to click on this particular button, right? So I'm going to rename this button to submit. Okay, so once you click on this submit button, it has to pass this value to the process and you need to start the process, right? So we need to go to events, create rule. So what is the rule that we need to do? We have to start a process, right? So start process, click on here. Okay, we need to choose the process that we added to the application. So just double click. Okay, so now you can see the process got added to the particular button. Okay, go into main page. Then what we have to do, once that is done, we need to display the output in this particular form, right? So for that I'm going to add a new control. I'm going to use this label to display the output. Okay, so just rename this label to output, and okay, so I'm going to add a new control. So I'm going to add a new label here. Okay, so just remove this test, and what should be the value that we need to display over here? For that, just type equal to. Okay, so if you click on equal to, it will show you the argument. So this out argument we need to display over here, right? So that will have the value that we are getting from the calculator. So just drag and drop it. That's it. We have created the application and we bind all the arguments to the particular process. Okay, so we have successfully created our application. So we created the two text boxes where we can input the value, and if you click on the submit button, it will call the RP process and it will return the value from calculator and it will display it over here, right? So that process is completed. So let us preview the application. Okay, so our app is loading in a new tab. Okay, so this is a very simple app that we created to make a calculation in the calculator, right? So we need to enter two numbers. First number I'm going to enter it like 3. Second number I'm going to enter it like 7. Click on submit. So it should trigger the RPA process. Okay, so now you can see our process started. Clicked on 3 plus 7 equal to, it returned 10. Okay, so that value is retrieved in the application. Okay, so this is how you can create your workflow, and you can integrate that process with your application, and it's very easy to create these low code applications using UiPath, and you can easily integrate that with the RPA process. Okay, so hope this video is clear and useful for you. So just try to create some sample application and sample process, and try to integrate both and bind the arguments, and try to create some useful application and process based on your requirement. So thanks for watching.